Time to upgrade our radio.
Alright, so first thing you gotta do, you gotta remove this. So it's clipped in there on the side. It's actually pretty darn easy to remove. So you come up top here. You can get in here with a pry tool of some sort. And just pop it off like that. Perfect. So you got the top ones. And there's gonna be another guy here. And this is gonna be the part where he gets stuck, is over here. So get these keys out of the way for now. Grab it here, and we're just pulling it straight out. Okay, and just to note, there's going to be a little thing underneath here. We're going to go up from there. And then this guy, we're just coming straight out with it. Perfect. All right, so now we'll work this part down. And we're pretty much free. There's going to be wires in here that are going to be holding us out. So I'm just going, this is just the 4x4 thing. I'm going to take a look and see if I can. All right, so this 4x4 thing, if we just come to the back side here, it's extremely tight. So all I'm doing is, it's got these little clips right here. I'm just prying them. And as I pry it, I'm pulling this guy up. Okay, those two are free. And then on this side, there's one right there. And once that's popped, there we go, the whole thing comes out. And then you can just let this guy hang. And we'll get into this. Okay, now with those out, you can just take this bottom guy, pull it up, and we're just gonna get it out of the way for now. Okay, now the radio, pulling it straight out. Look at that, nice and easy. How much slack are we gonna have here? Okay, so they give you a fair bit of wire here at the back. We've got the antenna, purple, black. Okay, so then we'll go look at our new radio and see kind of what the hell's going on. So this could look a little bit overwhelming. I mean, all these wires, what do I do with them? Well, this is from the factory. This is how this EONON company gave it to us, and this is an override, so the module, so we don't lock it out. So all you really need to know is that each one of these connectors, and there is only 3 of them. You'll see each one has like a little bump right here. And if you notice on this one, the bump's towards the middle. This one, the bump's kind of on the outside. And this one doesn't have a middle bump. So that's going to be important. We'll take it over here to our 2 connectors. We've got our purple guy and our blue guy. And we'll see, where's that bump? Okay, so this one, we can tell that the bump is kind of offset over here. And then the bump is basically non-existent. You got 2 little slide guys. Okay. So we now know that this guy with the 2 little slide guys, see, it's not fitting in there. It's not fitting in there. Hey, voila. 2 little slides. I bet you it's going to fit in this one. Perfect. Okay. So then this purple guy, we got a 3, and that looks like a 3 to me. Whereas this one also has a 3, but you see the 3 is sort of offset, so, okay. Well, you know what? That does look offset. Let's just try this one. Not really going in there, so that offset's throwing me off. Well, I hope this one works. Perfect. All right, so there we go. We're plugged in, and we'll move on to the next step. All right, so next thing on the list is going to be this antenna. And we've got the antenna from the EONON, and we know that it just looks like it presses in. So I'm just gonna hold this, grip this down, pull this guy, and lift this towards the sky. There we go. Now we'll get this whole unit right out of there for the time being. and plug this guy in. So, how is this going to plug in? Now let's take a look at the unit. The unit has this plug in here, so it looks like this end has to go into the unit. So then that means this guy has to go here. So we'll make our connections like so. Okay, I can feel that it went in there. But just for good measure, I'm going to give it a little extra push. Okay, make sure this guy's clipped. This guy's clipped, and then let's figure out how we go into the back of the unit. All right, so I'm going to start with the easiest. I'm going to grab the antenna, only because I know that's the first one. Get it up close there. There we go. I heard it click. All right, now I'm just going to try to make sense of all this wire. So I'm just going to go one by one. This yellow guy's first. So, I'm going to find it. Doesn't fit there, doesn't fit there. Looks like it should fit in this one. Perfect. All right, now continuing on the line. Okay, now we've got this black guy. That looks like the main one, so we're going to do that one last. Or should we just do it now, just to eliminate it? No. Do this little guy here. So this one here clips there. And all right, now we're looking pretty good. I think that is all of them. So then we'll just get our last guy here, which this one now looks to be the most important of the bunch. Just take it, get it lined up there, get it lined up. Perfect. So got that. And are we missing anything from this myriad of stuff? Well, we've got all these little auxiliary cords. We'll be doing that on another video. That's for the backup camera and stuff. This clip says 13 GM. Well, this isn't a 13, so that's probably why that clip didn't do us any good. Yeah, just all these inputs. So I know this chime here has an annoying sound, so we're just going to damper that a bit. All right, I've got this fancy black tape. I'm just going to put this over it. So you've got those holes. We're just going to cover that a bit from that direction. And then I'll hit it from this direction. There we go. That'll just dampen it a bit. I don't really like the chiming and the beeping because I'm in and out of my truck all the time, so hopefully that helps. All right, so we've got all these left over. You're probably wondering, what the heck? Well, the nice thing about this EONON radio is they have everything labeled. So we know this wire is USB, so okay, that's perfect. We're going to hook that guy up, and there's a few other things we're going to hook up. All right, so this USB one, they give you about, I don't know, 2 feet of it. So we're just going to hook this guy up for now. And the beautiful thing about all these is they can only fit in one plug, right? Like this guy's not going to fit here. It will only fit in this one as long as we have it the right way. So you can't really screw up where you're plugging it in. It can take a long time to plug it in, but you can't really screw up. You can't put it in the wrong place. Oh, see? See that? I had it in the wrong place and it wouldn't go in. All right, so then we'll run this cord, and we've got a couple others. All right, so the next cord we have here is labeled microphone. So I'm just looking at it here. They give you quite a bit of wire. I'm just going to decide where I want to route it, and then I'll come back. All right, so I think I found the route. I'm going to go in through here, back down here, and then up in through this hole, and then it'll loop around right there. And I'll speed it up in case you're just here for the radio, but the nice thing about this EONON product is they will include a backup camera, a dash camera, and an OBD2. So I'm gonna have to set up another video of me doing the backup camera. So that's the only reason I wanted to think this through. So I'll just clip it right here, and we'll speed it up just in case you're not here for that. So all right, this USB wire, I just came in through this hole, fished it in through there. I kind of janangled it up a little bit until it came out of here, and then I just grabbed it. That was the best I could come up with. So that's for the USB, and then it'll plug back in. All right, so this is the last piece of the puzzle. This is the GPS. And the game plan here is to stick it on my window. So I'm going to come down over here, and then I'm just going to snake it in just like I did. Sorry, then I'm going to just snake it in right here, come across, come back up, and then plug it in. Okay, so now with the GPS, I came up the same way, grabbed it there, snaked it. I'm going to be honest, it was a bit of a trick, and now I'm just going to connect it right to the machine. Alright, so now I'm just double checking all the wiring. It all looks pretty good. This is tight, that's tight. Is there anything we're missing? We've got this guy left over. We've got this guy left over, which I guess we should probably run. This looks like the Wi-Fi. So I'll run that. I'll just do the exact same thing I did. Come in through here. But next shot, we'll see. After I do the Wi-Fi, we'll start putting her back together and test. Alright, so we got everything hooked up. Now we're going to put the keys in before we get her back together. Turn it on and test, because you don't want there to be anything wrong before you test it out. So the lights coming on, that's a good start. All right, here we go. We got power. Look at that, the radio's working. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but it's working. So we'll go around and play it, but for now we're just gonna hit over to the steering wheel here. I'll hit the steering wheel buttons with this hand and we'll see if it changes. So volume up. Okay, steering wheel's working. Now we're gonna change the stations. So I got nothing set, but it went from radio to no radio. So perfect, we got the steering wheel controls. We're in business, boys. We'll get her back together here. Okay, so now we gotta get it back in there. The name of this game is gonna be Don't Fight Too Much with These Wires. So I stuck this back on, and I'm just gonna try to... It looks like they give you a lot of room up top here. So I'm just going to try to get these in there nice as I can. Perfect. Oh, maybe not quite perfect. And then I'm looking for these screw holes to line up. So, not being too aggressive with it. Got that side to pop. There we go, got that side to pop. So now I'll grab the screws, we'll screw her back in. All right, I'm gonna start these guys by hand. And I'm gonna just get all four in there. And I'll go around with the power tool, tighten them all up. Don't wanna go too aggressive here, just snug is good. Because you never know, we might have to make some adjustments. All right, so everything seems to be going back good. I got it cleaned up in there. I'll put this panel back on. I'll get this rubber back in place. Okay, everything's looking good. Got that back in, got that back in. So now I'm just gonna figure out, I'm probably gonna have to scrape some plastic out here. So we've got the CarPlay and the USB dongle. So I'm just gonna think that through. We'll come back. All right, so I was gonna bore the hole there, but instead I'm boring it here only because once I run it, I think I'm gonna run some wires and I just want it to be nicely lined up with that. So I'm gonna take this guy, get in here like so, and work it out. A little bit of elbow grease. All right, so I got this little groove here. I got this little groove here. And those wires will go in there nicely, and it hopefully shouldn't catch it. Okay, now just playing around, these wires are gonna probably knock there, so I'm gonna just bore out a little thing right here. Okay, I got it bored out, and I just put a piece of loom in there, and it seems to hold it in nice. All right, so we're gonna get this back in now. The hardest part is gonna be underneath here. So we've got to get this part to go in behind there. And this is gonna be where it's gonna get snagged. So luckily we bored out our hole for this. So we're just gonna push it in, and then back here we're gonna catch. So now that we got that in, we're going to come up top and just make sure this guy's kind of in alignment. And it is. And what's happening? We're snagging right there. I can feel it. There we go. Now we're kind of lining up nicely here. Woo! Look at that. That's a perfect fit. All right, we'll clip this sucker back in. Now we've got our two dongles down here. We've got the USB, we've got the CarPlay, and goddamn, that looks professional. So, that was quite an install there. Everything's looking good, I guess. Moment of truth. Take the keys, we'll turn it on. Make sure everything fires up. We got lights, we got writing. And god damn it, we got a new radio. That's the look of success, boys and girls. That's the look of success. So everything's working good. We'll do another video of the functions of the thing. But for now, hit the like, subscribe button, and we just saved ourselves about $1,000. That's what they want to install one of these things. So you can do it. We didn't really use any tools other than this to bore out the hole. But other than that, it was literally just a little bit of playing around and effing around, and we hit the jackpot. So we'll see you on the next video where we'll talk about the actual functions of this radio. That's the install. Hit the like, subscribe, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.